Okay. So first of all, what's your name and how do you know Zach?
Um, I am, uh, and I know Zach because I went to school with him for 3 years in high school before I graduated.
Okay. So according to what we spoke in the DM, you said that he has special needs, correct?
Yeah.
Do you mind going through on what spectrum of special needs he has specifically? Not trying to get all personal here, but I want to get as much documentation I can, so this way I can like report this back to TG Venom, who doesn't have Discord, unfortunately.
Oh no. I don't know too much of like anything of Spectrum or whatever. I just know that from what has been in the yearbooks and what I've seen at school and talking with um the special needs teachers, he is part of the special needs category. Not too sure on any details or anything. I just know, like, even in the yearbook, he did the Special Olympics with the special needs kids.
Okay. So where I initially did my first video on him, or that one launch that you commented on, which I had to like completely comment because it ended up in my spam folder because of YouTube censorship, obviously. I'm not sure if you're aware of his recent behavior as of late, but he's been like making a couple of videos on TG Venom in spite of being an offended douchebag. I know you don't want the cancel culture coming after me, which is appreciated, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and let Zach slander someone who I talk to on a regular basis, as I talk to TG Venom almost regularly. So he's tired of this guy making videos on him in spite of being a douchebag.
Oh no, I don't even blame you. Honestly, I just knew from what uh I knew about him, and I just knew how was it how you know how fucking shit goes now. Like a lot of people get upset about what certain people have and like how shit goes down, and I just didn't want it to negatively affect you guys as content creators. Like I see that you guys put out what you guys want, and so does he. Like granted, everybody is allowed to say whatever the fuck they want, and people are allowed to get offended and get upset, and I don't really care. I just didn't want you guys as content creators to get negative impact or have like it affect your content, because I as I could see, like you guys have a good bit of subscribers, like you have a good little channel, a good little not saying little like being mean, but like just saying like you have a good group of people who come to watch your content and enjoy what you guys do. I just don't want you guys to be put on the wrong end of the stick over something that isn't really made known, if
or
that makes sense.
or
Because
Yeah,
I know
trivial,
that what
or trivial for that matter.
yeah, because I just know that like even like the kids from my school, they'll go and they'll check out his videos because he makes videos on kids about it at our school too. So they always go in there and they check on him too, like they see what he posts and stuff. And that's actually how I ended up finding out about your guys' videos, is because one of my friends went on there and was like, dude, Zach's been like calling out other these people that don't even go to school with us. I'm like, what do you mean? And then led me to the videos that I saw with you guys, and I was like, oh man, like I should probably like at first I was like, I don't want to be the one to have to like let them know that like he has special needs, and then I was like, but I don't want them to get fucking bad hate over it, because I just like I mean I don't like I'm just trying to word it right. You know what I'm saying? Like I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want
You can word it however you like, dude. It don't matter.
yeah, I just was it? I just remember like I was just watching the videos. I was like, man, like I don't know if these guys know what's actually up with him. And like I'll be honest with you, he's done that his entire high school career. Like he's went ahead and he's made videos about things that he's liked, things that he's disliked. He's like even on his other social media accounts other than YouTube, he's done the same thing. He's posted his feelings, his thoughts about people around him and stuff like that. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of what you're really dealing with him, you know?
Yeah, one of my main critiques with Zach is that he supports someone who is in like the public eye, Taylor Swift, which is obvious. So the mainstream media covers these people all the time. So my main issue with the way he's coming at TG Venom is that so it's okay for the mainstream media to come at these big artists the same fashion like he's trying to, but because someone like a small creator like TG Venom does the same, it's an issue. That logic makes no sense to me. No offense.
He doesn't.
Oh yeah, that makes complete sense. Like I 100% agree with like what you're saying. Like he shouldn't be going around bashing people and stuff like that. And I mean, he's had problems with it forever. Like going back from when I first met the kid, like he's always had an issue with the content and what he's been saying about people. Like, but yeah, for somebody that you've been talking to on a regular basis and good friends with, I mean, if the roles were reversed, I already know that Zach would definitely be very disappointed and very upset if you guys were doing the same thing about somebody that he talked to every day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I had to debunk one of his claims on my first video because he made a claim that Taylor Swift doesn't make songs about ex-boyfriends when there's literally an article that states that she made it
Yeah.
when she was 15.
Yeah, that's why like I just wanted to make sure that you guys kind of knew what you were getting into, kind of had a little bit more insight for you on that he is in fact special needs. I promise you that.
And if I can
Yeah,
actually,
I'm aware of this, but TGM doesn't really care about this stuff. So if he has anything he wants to get off his chest, he usually does it through me because he doesn't want to upload it on his channel because his channel is like music related.
Yeah. Yeah, like I honestly like I don't even really have too much of a preference on anything. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware. I wasn't defending anybody or any side. Like I just was kind of like a bystander that wanted to make sure that you guys knew information that you might not have known.
mm-hmm.
Just
Okay.
Yeah,
in case if
yeah.
anybody that you guys were associated with that was also commenting on it, like for instance, let's just say like one of your friends was against that kind of like against bashing him for being special needs or bashing any part of him, like because of him being special needs, just to make sure that you guys just know what's going on. Like
Oh yeah.
I completely understand. I just wanted to, just make sure you guys knew, like just trying to help you guys out in case if any of you did care that he had a little bit of a, well, has his little issues.
Now, I hate to interrupt because this is supposed to be Leon's interview, but I'm going to pose a particular question. Does Zachary has a severe psychological problem?
Um, Not that I know of.
Because
Like I said, I don't know too much of it. I just know that he does have an aide that he has at school. Like, if you guys know about aides, they like follow him around, make sure that he gets to his classes, like does his schoolwork and stuff like that. I will say this. He was it from what I know of him is he seems to be not like if there was like the spectrum, like he's kind of like in the middle. He's not severe, but he's not light, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So he's somewhere around the mild spectrum, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's mild. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like he doesn't have that aid with him like 24/7. Like some days he does, some days he doesn't. But um from what I knew, like there were days that like he had good days and he didn't really need any guidance or anything. So I felt like from just being a bystander, I'm pretty sure that he's a mild on the spectrum and with his illness, as you would say.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming to my comment section and letting me know about this because, to be honest, I had no idea he even had special needs because I wouldn't know if anyone didn't tell me. And I appreciate you reaching out to me because that's why I have my socials mostly linked in the description of every video I do, just in case something like this did happen.
Oh yeah, and that's why like I just knew that like even if I were in like let's just say I was in your shoes and I was making something and I was trying to defend my friend. If you knew something that, like, if you knew that the person I was like bashing was or upset with was autistic, I probably would have loved to know that information. I probably would have stopped because, like, personally, my brother, he has autism. That's one of the reasons also why I know that Zach has autism or whatever disease he has, because they were in some of the same classes, and that's why I was like, okay, like, so I just wanted to just double check and make sure that you guys knew what's all going on and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to address one more thing before I let you go because I'm sure you have your own life like everybody else. So
Mm-hmm.
Zach made a video, I think it was the other day, where he was like pretty much shitting on TG Venom per usual over a video that he did because there was like this video by this one music channel that he got a copyright strike, and Zach was making fun that TG Venom was like bashing when number one that never even happened because I watched the whole video that TG Venom did all through, and he was actually defending him, not bashing him like Zach was claiming. So I don't know if there's like any issues going on at home where he lives or what, but he really needs to get his facts straight before making assumptions like that.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree with with what you're saying, and honestly, he's done a lot of that throughout high school. Like, there was a like if you look at his Facebook, he says that he's a Trump supporter there, but like in some of his videos and stuff that I do know, like he's said multiple times that he's a Biden supporter. So like he's very contradictory on many accounts, and he's always been that way from when I first met him till obviously still now.
And obviously
Yeah,
it
and to
does
be honest,
display.
I didn't know he even had a Facebook either until one of my subs brought it to my attention, and I'm like, okay, I didn't know that. That's news to me.
Yeah, he he is definitely a character, and he's well known around our little high school, especially for his content that he puts out. Because a lot of people do end up either going to see his video to see like what he's complaining about or who he's complaining about or like what he's getting himself into, because this is probably not the first time that this has happened of with him calling out certain people on YouTube, and I think the last time it was actually one of the people that we went to school with he called out,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, and
he actually had to get the YouTube video taken down.
yeah, it's probably not going to be the last either. I can guarantee. If he does a video on like one of the bigger up YouTubers, they're not going to be as lenient as we are.
Oh yeah,
We would never
I
be.
I definitely don't disagree with you. I think that you're 100% right.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I've been making YouTube videos for a long time, so I know how the game works. I I'm like the kind of person, if I see bullshit, I'm gonna call it out right there because I'm just gonna make clear I'm far from a liberal. If he wants to be a liberal, then more power to him. But he has to understand every reaction comes with a response, and if he doesn't like that response, well, he's going to have to suck it up because a lot of people on this website grew up from a different era than he has. So he has to respect the opinions, whether he likes it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I should also
And
make that clear. Unlike us, because we do not act like all those millennial fools that they are. That's one other thing that should be understood. That most of us who were born in the '90s do not act like any other those millennial morons that they're acting. And that's one thing that you should, and that's one other thing that you should take note of.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yes. Well,
He actually graduates this year. I forgot about that.
I should have.
Yeah, yeah, he's still in high school, and so like if that says anything, he's been in high school for about 5 years now.
Yeah, that was like the same amount of time, and I graduated in 2012.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that everything's all clarified, and if you guys need any more questions or anything, don't hesitate to ask me or anything. just making sure that you guys know what's really going on with like why that just kind of giving you kind of like a little bit of a view on why he's like that, because yeah, he does have his special needs that he does have.
Yes. I'm actually going to pose a question while we're on it because I don't want to drag this on for too long. Uh, you you'd notice the type of behavior that Zachary was having. Was it during or after the school you've encountered?
Um, I've kind of witnessed it both during and at school. Like
Hmm.
I've seen it both during and after. Like he's kind of like always just been this way.
Hmm. Was it like that? Was it like that he's always been quiet, or he's always been that? I don't know, very controversial type of individual that nobody seems.
He's been very controversial from what I know.
I can say that as a without a shadow of doubt. I was in a kind of similar situation. I've always been controversial, even though I've always been quiet. Not because I didn't like it, but it's simply because I just rather avoid talking to my schoolmates. And I don't know if he was having that same type of behavior as similar as I did in the past, but that's something that should be taken into consideration when looking at things what Zachary was doing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I don't really like I never really have condoned any of his actions. Like I kind of just well, I've just kind of just sat back and watched it and stuff like that, and
Yeah, at first I
witnessed
didn't know who
everything.
this guy was, and I had to sit through one of his videos, which I used to respond to, obviously. And he used, I forgot what he said in one of his videos, but the battery was like low on his phone or something like that. And I'm like, why would you record with certain low amount of battery add whatever time he said that I record a video when this dude has like high school? Like, to think that the first thing on his mind would be like getting to school on time.
Yeah, um, definitely one of the things that just piles on top of what he's said and done in the past. Definitely.
Hmm.
You have anything else you want to clarify, or was that it? Because we don't want to keep you for too much longer, because I'm sure you have other
Um,
obligations.
no, I don't really have anything else. I mean, I would say this. I don't care if you use anything that I've said. Like if you guys do end up doing like a next video about it and having to like explain anything, I would just like to remain anonymous, just because I don't want like people to go on and like know that like I was the one who kind of like told you guys like, yeah, this kid has special needs, because I know that.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, just
Okay.
as long as I stay anonymous, I don't mind helping out you guys or with anything that more that you got to ask me or wonder about. Just don't hesitate.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
not
said,
a problem.
Certainly.
yeah, like I just like I I just don't want to see something bad happen to you guys as content creators, because we live
Yeah,
in a weird world where everything just gets blown up into proportion over something so small, like and measly. Like a simple conversation could end up fixing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I can certainly
yeah,
see it that, and
we
that's
get what you.
something. Yes, and
And I'm just gonna leave it at this. Thank you for reaching out to me and giving us some clarification. If there's anything in the future that you think we missed, feel free to contact me at any time.
at
No
any given
problem.
point. Yes, and remember, the internet is a dangerous place to be. As you said, it could get blown way out of proportion. I said it, and that's all it needs to be said.
Hmm.
Thank you.
No problem. You guys have a great day.
You too.